All right, Shalom. First off, we want to start by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to our apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations unto you, brothers, who's preaching this word in sincerity and faith. And Shalom to you, sincere listeners and believers thereof. So, we're just doing an in-transit lesson on the way to the battlefield. All right. We're just going to roll in the spirit, and Lord's will just be edifying to the body. We're going to start right here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
You see those many great miseries already happening now.
Yep.
And we're not even in the time of the day of Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
You know? And it's already being many great miseries that's being done to the people in America. The martial law hasn't even been instituted. The famine hasn't even happened. All right, the economic collapse hasn't even happened yet. You still have many miseries being done to the people with all these. Who knows if they're real or not yet? These so-called terrorist acts. You know.
Yeah, but
mass shootings.
If I could add, by who? By the red Hebrew Edomites, by the Esau. You know. How common is that? But yeah.
And it's basically just been happening back to back.
Yep.
Like literally, like it'll be a day or a couple of days in between, and then another one happen. It's either like a mass shooting or a stabbing.
Yep.
Just a lot of judgment going on basically. And you never know where you can go. Like I was watching the news. Now it's so bad with these shootings and stuff that they're even buying, parents are buying their children bulletproof hoodies and bulletproof backpacks just to go to school.
Yep.
And you would have never thought, like, you know, a couple years back, you would have never thought about buying that for your children. But now, what do they say? Because they've been selling that stuff like that, bulletproof backpacks and hoodies. But now that it's starting to boom, and more people want to buy it just because all of the random shootings that's going on. You never know when a random bug out gonna come and shoot your kid's school up.
Yep.
Or if you just get shot up walking around like in Walmart, like it happened out there, I believe, in Texas.
Okay.
So you can get judged anywhere in America pretty much.
Yep.
And it's all why? Because everybody's bugged the hell out here first and foremost, and it's really Esau's agenda.
Yep. That's right.
But that's part of the many great miseries that's coming to America and much more. This is the you can get that Matthew the 24th chapter.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I'm going there.
It's like really that's just the beginning of it. Stuff that's happening now. Because we've been saying that is nothing like the scriptures say. Really, we've been saying what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai been saying.
Yep.
It's nothing but lamentation, mourning, and woe headed here to America. It ain't going to get any better. All right, Trump ain't made America any better. It's only going to get worse.
Okay. Did you want me to start anywhere specifically?
A couple of verses up from where it says that.
All right.
Probably like rumors of wars.
Yep.
Start there.
Well, I'll just start at verse 4.
Yeah.
St. Matthew 24:4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many.
Yep. And you have that going on as well.
Yeah.
A lot of guys is trying to deceive other brothers, saying that they're coming in the name, even if they say Yahweh Shai, say they're coming in the name of Yahweh Shai, but their doctrine is off. You know?
Yep.
As well as these Christianity doctrine dudes. You know?
That's right.
Vocab Malone and other bug outs that believe in the Christian doctrine.
Okay. It says, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you hear now. Wars and rumors of wars, all right? That's all you hear about, especially out there in the Middle East.
Yep.
With America and Russia, America and China, all these different stuff, all this stuff going on is nothing but rumors of wars constantly. That's been going on. You know, it's just increasing, if anything.
Yep, that's right. Right now they have what? They got sanctions, which is what a form of economic war. You know, trade wars. All right. You know, and they're setting up different trade deals and different alliances. Yet that's all setting the stage for this coming Third World War. You know, that's like the brother is saying, that's being brewed up over there in the Middle East. That's where all that tension is going on, because that's where the battle is going to go down at. You know, continuing on, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And you see that going on. Earthquakes, many earthquakes going on, and the famine. It hasn't came here to America, but in different parts of the world, is, you know, out there in Venezuela, they've been going through it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just really everything that's going on with you see happen with these other countries when they have an economic collapse, or they're experiencing a famine or whatever. You know, that's coming here to America. They're just going to hit here last.
Okay. Yeah, and the pestilences, you know, the plagues, you know, that's spreading, hitting different countries, hitting here in the U.S. All right, you know, that's all the Lord visiting this place, you know, via judgment. All right, you know, he's just getting started pretty much. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yep.
Just like the other scripture said, that many miseries is going to be done to the people that dwell here later on. You know? And everything that's going on now is really the beginning of sorrows. And guess what? These people, they don't even realize that.
Okay.
They're thinking that this is just something that's temporary. The government just has to step in, fix the gun laws, change this and that, and then things going to get better. And in all actuality, things are going to continue to get worse.
Yep.
All right. And it's going to keep on happening, but it's going to speed up. You know. Because at first it was just here and there with mass shootings, but now, this past week, you know, it was like, what, 3 or 4? Or more, 4 or more?
It was like, they actually, I forgot, I want to say Iowa, but I could be wrong, but pretty much, they claimed they had caught another Edomite that was about to, or attempting to shoot up another Walmart.
Yeah.
They say he had ammunition, he had the weaponry and everything. He had the sword that he was blessed with. And I guess they had caught him before he committed the act, you know?
Yep. So showing you that really is that spirit is going to be increased even more as far as that hell coming upon the people.
Okay.
Or just like Sirach, the 38th or 28th, the spirit is created for vengeance.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I'll grab it for Jake.
Because that's basically what all that is.
Okay.
We can say that Esau just set it up to happen, this and that, but really, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's ordaining everything to go down the way it is for the prophecies to come to pass. Because by all these things happening, what's that's going to cause? Exactly what you see happening now. Esau trying to take your guns so he can do what? Roll on you when it's time to roll on you. And you don't have nothing to defend yourself with.
Yep.
Just because you wanted so-called protection, so you gave up your rights. And that's always what happens. Whenever something goes down, Esau just expects you to give up your rights for protection, so-called, when really he's the one that's causing the situations in the first place.
That's right. Yeah, because you can't forget all these police shootings. You know, chiefly they're directing they're targeting the Israelites. You know, Jake's so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Yet, you know, these cops are off the chain.
Yep.
And they're trigger happy. They have hatred for Jacob, and they hey man, they ready just to go crazy on you people. They're ready for martial law. All right, you know. So with that being said and understood, you know, people are going to fight to maintain their guns, you know, their weapons, chiefly Esau. All right, and what is that going to cause? That's going to cause civil unrest, you know. All right, that's going to cause a war within America, you know. This is what you asked for, Sirach, the 39th chapter, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Yep, and that's exactly what that is. The spirits created for vengeance. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's causing more judgment to take place here in America.
Okay.
Because that's the time that we're in, the time of judgment.
Yep.
Because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's going to send back Yahweh Shai to execute judgment. So before he does return, it's already going to be all hell breaking loose, pretty much. And Yahweh Shai is going to come back in the midst of all that, everything happening.
It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yeah, appease the wrath of him that made them, because ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he put the spirit on them to go out there and do that. That's really what it goes back to. All right, to do what? Appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yep.
He put the spirit on them to go out there and do that.
That's right.
Because because everything, whoever perished being innocent, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's the author of life and death.
I got a quick precept. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Yeah, every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. And you see that especially this week. All right, a lot of judgment's been taking place, and these mass shootings.
Yeah.
All right, and like I said, it's going to be more of them. You can clearly see from how things been happening that it should really be expected for a lot more of them to happen.
Yep.
And I was listening to the dude X22 or whatever. He was going into how pretty much mentioning how that the Supreme Court or whatever, the people who be passing all the law, Congress.
They
were going on a recess, and their recess is going to be basically for the rest of this month, the month of August. So he was saying that's why you're going to start seeing. You have been seeing all these shootings happening, and you're going to see a lot more false flags happen. So that when Congress does come back from their recess,
they got bills.
They got a lot of moves to make, and then they got a reason to make those moves because of so much shit that happened while they were on recess.
Okay.
And it makes perfect sense though.
Yep.
And you've been already seeing that from the first week in August. All these shootings that happened within 1 week. And all over America, in different parts of America.
Okay.
Gilroy, Texas. I forgot the other ones, but it's like each one was
Ohio, I believe.
Yeah, each one was different parts of America.
Yep.
So it's all over.
That's right. I'll go back to Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yeah.
Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Yeah, all those things were created for vengeance, and all those things are on the way here to America.
Yep.
All right. It's going to be different ways of death, basically.
Okay.
Whether it's fire, pestilence, or the sword, whatever way that you go out, it's all different ways that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set up for you to go out that way.
Yeah, that's the way the Lord executes his judgment upon the wicked. Not only the wicked Esau, but those that do wickedness. 2/3 of our people, these other heathen nations. All right, because these people are under the vibration of who? The wicked, the Rahab Edomite, because he's in control over the earth. He has the influence.
Yeah.
He has pressed out that wicked vibration, man. Verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, man. There's going to be a lot of wild beasts that's attacking people. And you see that already with like wild dogs attacking people.
Yeah.
Alligators or animals is basically just different places where normally they're so-called not supposed to be.
Okay.
Because that's basically how it's going to be. Just like in I Am Legend, you had the lions and shit in the city and everything.
Yep.
It's about to be like that. Because what? All those spirits of vengeance, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be sitting on you people.
Yep. Yeah, the scriptures talks about, I'm not quoting verbatim, but pretty much wild animals or creatures changing their places, So the Lord is going to, bring them out.
Really, like Esau, he moved them out of their place in the first place.
Yep.
When he chopped down all the trees and shit.
And then they migrate as well, trying to get into a habitat that's sustainable for them. Because he, like, going back to Esau, because he didn't messed up everything. verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Yeah, and they're going to be ready, man. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he has them already ready. Basically, like their sleeper cells, and then he's gonna just tap into their spirit and then make them go and attack you.
Yeah.
You know, just like these bug outs that have been attacking people. Hey, ultimately, it's all set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, the Lord puts a death angel on these people. You know, he puts that spirit on them, or do this, and that's why a lot of times either Esau is drugging them up, they're psyops, or they just be like they just be so much in the spirit of vengeance. You know, they're in a trance. So once they do what they need to do, execute the judgment of the Lord, you know, they start bugging out, not even remembering or understanding why they did it. It's because the Lord put the spirit on them to execute his judgment, you know? Yeah, matter of fact, I'll grab this in Isaiah the 24th chapter. Cause you know things are just gonna get worse for you people. Why you trying to have a hot girl summer, and you trying to have fun? You can't even go to beaches no more neither. All right, it's a beautiful part about it. It's getting to a point where you can't go nowhere. All right, you can't do nothing. But face the hell.
You think you finna go have a good time at the beach and then get hit with the flesh-eating bacteria?
Yep.
Or some other type of plague.
Get ate by a shark. Yeah. It's judgment all over. This is Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
That's ultimately why everything is out of order here.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody that in a position of power that's not meant to have it.
Yep.
You don't know how to rule a society the way that it's supposed to. You don't know how to rule the earth the way it's supposed to be controlled.
Yep.
Because you do everything out of whack.
That's
You're
right.
going completely contrary to the way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai had it set up. And it's not even hard to sustain it. It's just that Esau, his spirit isn't right. So he's going to do everything completely opposite how it's supposed to be done.
Okay. It says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tappers ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth.
Yeah, ain't nobody rejoicing anymore, man. All right, all that joy is out the window. Now people are shook.
Yep.
They're like they're on the edge basically, because they don't know who's gonna be the next person to try to do a random act of violence. Because it could be the least person you expect.
Yep. It says, they shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. So now you're getting the bitterness of being here, man. You know, because this is the valley of the shadow of death, man. This place is wicked. All right, death is literally right around the corner wherever you go, man. And you people worship death, all right? So you're evoking that spirit of death upon you. You know, really, you people are tempting Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And guess what? You're going to get exactly what you asked for, man. Okay? Well, really, you're going to get more than what you asked for. All right? Because the Lord is going to make an example ultimately out of America once he destroy this place, man. You know? We can wind it down through the spirit. I'll bring this out right here. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, and that time is coming sooner than later.
Yep.
We're vastly approaching that time.
Okay.
And the only ones who are going to get through all the hell and tribulation that's coming upon America are the ones ultimately who was written in the book of life, which is the elect and the 1/3.
That's right. That's right, man. You know, those who were slated to be delivered You know, while the rest, like it says in Isaiah the 66th chapter, they're going to be destroyed. You know, the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. So yeah, that's you know, that's, we're gonna go ahead and close down through the Spirit. You know, more judgment is on the way, and a lot of times judgment happens today on Saturdays. Yep. You know, hey man, so expect some good news. You know, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out once again, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Until next time, we're gonna say Shalom to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.